All right, world. Welcome to episode number 8 of Jimmy Canz Show. Today we are going to be discussing the Mandatory Invitational, aka Super ShowDown, coming to us from the Mohammed Abdul Arena on the Boulevard in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. As always, for my prediction shows, I am joined here by Rodney Washington. How you doing today, Rodney?
All right, how everybody doing out there?
One thing I want to touch before we get into the card real quick with the venue here. This is the first Saudi show, not in a stadium.
Is it out? Where's it going to be this time?
It's Mohammed Abdul Arena. So, but when I looked it up online, using Google Maps and everything, it looks like it's an amphitheater.
So is it it's outside?
It's still outside, but it's a different type of setup. Yeah, obviously it's not a stadium.
So perhaps the ring will be on somewhat of a stage.
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to. I don't know how they're going to do the setup. But I mean, from what I could see online, it looks like it's an amphitheater. So it should be an interesting,
What time would that be airing in the U.S.?
I think I think it starts at noon Eastern. Okay. Noon Eastern.
This Thursday.
Yes, this Thursday. This coming Thursday as we sit here and record on a Monday afternoon. So let's get into this card a little bit.
All right, let's go.
First thing let's discuss is the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Champions The New Day, represented by Big E and Kofi Kingston, taking on the newly reformed Miz and Morrison, comprised of the Miz and John Morrison, the shaman of sexy, as he likes to be referred to. What way are you going on this one, Rod?
It's tough. I think I'm thinking Miz and Morrison. I feel like it's you don't have a lot of titles change hands on these shows, and I think it's kind of a safe one. It's kind of at some point you will need a title, or more titles to change hands, so that it doesn't feel like a complete throwaway show. Right. So I think they may take the opportunity here to, go with Miz and Morrison.
Very likely. I think this is going to be strung out longer. Judging by what we saw on SmackDown this past Friday, a little bit of the altercation, so to speak, a little tension, shall we say, between New Day and Usos. Like that was so I think we're going to get a New Day retention here, and I think it's going to build maybe up to a potential triple threat at Mania. Okay. And I think Miz and Morrison, will probably get it then. You know what I mean? I think they'll do the heel thing and swoop in. You know what I mean? Like Usos and New Day are going to be going to war, and they'll just swoop in.
Miz and Morrison will leave with the
they'll steal one. That's my guess.
That would just thinking out loud. That'll be a really really high performance match.
Oh, it would be a great match. And like I said, I think my gut tells me that's the direction we're heading in. I think we're going to see retention at Super ShowDown, maybe something else at Chamber in the interim. I don't know if it's a rematch type of thing, or if maybe it's just a one-on-one with Usos and Miz and Morrison causing DQ in that, you know what I mean, and it sets up a triple threat or something, you know what I mean?
So Super ShowDown is officially a part of the road to WrestleMania now.
Yes, it is. Well, this year.
It's official.
All right, next up on the card, steel cage match against the big dog Roman Reigns and King Corbin. Hopefully this is the culmination and the final matchup of this long feud. I mean, this feud seems like it's been going on since WrestleMania 5.
Yeah. Roddy Piper and Roman Reigns on team against Baron Corbin. It's I don't care. But I think Roman wins to finish off the feud.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the end of the feud, Roman's got to get the W, right?
And it's in a cage, and that still doesn't excite me. Yeah. But that being said, I like Roman. I think they got real big ideas for him. I think going to WrestleMania. So,
I've heard that there's some wheels changing, some cogs moving. We'll as we get a little bit later on, we'll discuss it a little further. But I think I heard there's some changes potentially happening.
A little change in the wind.
A little change in the wind, yeah. Right. So next up for the Raw Tag Team Championships, champions Seth Rollins and Murphy. He lost his first name. I hate when that happens.
Is it Eddie Murphy? What if he shows up?
Defending against the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford.
Here's another spot where I feel like they could take an opportunity to change those titles.
But they're not.
But just to talk about it a little bit, my thinking is now Murphy is a legit tag team wrestler.
Yep. And so is Seth. when you really stop and think about it, I mean, he had, long tag team championship run in the Shield, him and Roman.
But you don't think of him when you think of Seth Rollins. You think of Seth Rollins as the solo world champion.
Right, but I'm just saying they had a long tag title run as the Shield. Remember Roman and Seth were tag champions, and Dean was the U.S. champion.
Yeah, that's true. But the Street Profits tag teaming is their number one calling card. I feel like whenever these belts change hands, whenever Seth and Buddy, I'm gonna call him his mama named him Buddy. I'm gonna call him Buddy. When Seth and Buddy get those titles up, I feel like it's gonna be to a true tag team though, because that's a way to play it, right? You figure individually, Seth Rollins is a world champion. So how do you take that belt off him and lose to guys who specialize in tag team wrestling? So Street Profits would be a good team. I don't like the big guy so much. I like the smaller guy. I think one day he's going to be the
Montez.
I think he's going to be he has potential to be a tremendous singles wrestler. He has it.
He's got charisma.
Yeah.
He's definitely got personality and charisma.
The big dude, I don't know what his angle is, right? Because you're the big guy, so you should be strong, but he's not a powerhouse per se. If you just look at what he's able to do, so I don't know. Usually that type of a person falls off.
Right.
Usually that leaf usually withers and falls off the plant.
So are you saying retention or a title change?
You remember I came to you early in the week and said title change in this match. I'm gonna stick with it.
Stick with it.
I'm gonna stick with it.
All right, Street Profits.
Street Profits for change.
I'm gonna say retention. Like I said, I think they're setting up. All the kerfuffle between Seth and Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe, and I think we're going to see a tag match between them at Mania.
Okay.
So I think they're going to keep it on. I don't know what's going to happen at Mania, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten that far in my thought process yet as to how the outcome of that could be. But I think that's what we're going to get at Mania, so I'm going to say retention.
And just to throw an asterisk out there, I got this asterisk for another match later too.
Okay.
But what about a no contest, which is a triple threat with the Street Profits getting a WrestleMania match, triple threat versus? But will Seth Rollins be in a tag team match at WrestleMania? Yeah.
Like I said, he's the tag team champion right now. He's got to be.
I'm the tag team champion.
Yes, he's got to be in a tag, and as long as he still has the title, he's got to. I can't see them doing a Mania and not having every title on it.
I'll make this prediction for Mania. Seth Rollins will not walk away from WrestleMania with any title.
I can agree with that. All right. So next up, history in the making.
Okay.
For the SmackDown Women's Championship, Baley defending against Naomi. I mean, you remember the last Saudi Arabia show, we got our first ever women's match in Saudi Arabia between Natalya and Lacey Evans. Now we're going to get our first ever women's championship matchup. Not only in Saudi Arabia, but in the entire Middle East.
It's big. It's big.
Very, very, very high profile. Big thing.
I think it'll be a great match. I'm not taking that bet off of Bayley.
So you're saying a Bayley retention?
Bayley retention. Naomi's getting to go to help put on a great match, but it's Bayley to Mania.
I think Bayley will have the title going into Mania, but I don't know if Bayley will have the title coming out of Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
You remember we've got Elimination Chamber in between. You got one, got a pay-per-view in between there. It could be a transitional. I could see them flipping the title here just to do it, just for the historical significance of it. First ever women's title change in the Middle East. You know what I mean? I don't see any other companies right now working the Middle East, but, I also can see the WWE not wanting to risk somebody else coming in there and saying they did it first.
And to play into your conspiracy theory even more. Now, this is going to sound funny, but it's February, and Naomi, and it's all the stars are aligning.
This is true.
It's all the if they were going to pull it, your theory would make sense right now.
Like I said, I could just see them doing it just so that they could say they did it first. You know what I mean?
Because they could have matched her up with anybody if they were going to take the title off of her, for it to be Naomi. And Naomi's a great performer, but
like I said, I think Bayley could still walk into Mania with it because, like I said, you got another pay-per-view in between, and then and you've got a few weeks of TV.
You can switch it on TV.
You can switch it on TV. It doesn't have to be a big pay-per-view to switch it. So, like I said, unfortunately, I think it could be like a transitional, just to do it type of thing. But that's where I'm headed. So I'm going to say Naomi does it just so they can say, hey, we had the first ever women's title change in the Middle East.
Okay, so you want Naomi?
I'm going Naomi.
All right, I think Baley keeps it.
All right, next up for the WWE. And I'm going to say World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
It is the World Heavyweight Championship. It says so on the belt.
Well, we might as well call it the WWF. World Wildlife.
Yeah. Champion, the Beast Incarnate himself, Brock Lesnar, defending against Ricochet.
Yeah, Brock squash.
Yeah, unfortunately, I see this, being, pretty ugly. I mean, Ricochet can do some amazing things, but I think they're just feeding him to Brock.
And especially with Tyson Fury just winning. I mean, even if he hadn't won, but especially with him just winning we coming off that big win this weekend. Big plans for WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar in the squash match.
Yeah. Here's the thing: so you think they're going to set up for? But Brock's already taken on Drew. That's already set.
They'll work it out. It's already promised.
Brock and Tyson. I mean, honestly, I think he'll get a Mania payday out of this. Tyson.
Okay. Maybe he makes an appearance and helps Drew.
Well, here's what I think. If he's going to make an appearance at Mania, what is Tyson? What does he call himself?
The Gypsy King.
King. Who else calls himself King?
Corbin.
I mean, I think that one right there. He's such a wormy heel. Everybody hates him. You can let Tyson Fury knock him out. I think that's what we could potentially see at Mania is Tyson Fury versus King Corbin.
And King Corbin's tall. Even Tyson's 6'9".
Yep. That's where I think it was. So we're both in agreement on this one. Brock over poor Ricochet.
Yeah.
And Ricochet deserves better.
Yeah, but I mean, he gets a title shot. You can never scoff at that.
Yes. Next up, the Tuwaiq Trophy Gauntlet match, featuring the following 6 competitors: Rusev, Erick Rowan, R-Truth, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and United States Champion Andrade. So we don't know what order the matches, the opponents will be competing in, but it's a gauntlet match for the Tuwaiq Trophy. I think this one. I think AJ is gonna walk away with this one.
I know you're right.
Let's look at that. Just it's a numbers game in this one, in my opinion. Not only is it a lot of matches and everything like that, but Rusev's on his own now. Erick Rowan's got the cage, but I don't think whatever's inside it's gonna help him. R-Truth's on his own. Lashley. I don't think Lana's going to be there because
he would still be on his own if she wasn't.
Right. I'm just saying. I don't think Lana's going to be there just with the way things are in the Middle East. And same thing with Andrade. I don't think Zelina's going to be there or whatever. AJ's probably going to have Gallows and Anderson in his corner. So, and not to mention, there's been talk of AJ potentially working Mania with Taker.
Okay.
So I think you put this on him, he can come out and brag, say how he's the greatest, or what I mean. It calls out Taker, and that kind of can get the ball rolling and set that up. So I'm going to say AJ.
I hadn't thought about it. I hadn't thought about it until just now. I didn't even know this match was in here. And when you said the names, AJ is who I think. It just feels like AJ. So for no other reason, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think AJ.
All right. And what will probably be our main event of the evening for the Universal Championship, the Fiend defending against a Hall of Famer himself, Goldberg.
So what makes this interesting is Goldberg just signed a contract that this isn't going to be a one-off.
Well, he's already got somewhat of a contract with them, a working contract, more than a Legends deal. I'm pretty sure that it's Heyman sees him as this, lack of a better name to describe this, John Wayne-esque kind of character, the old grizzled guy that can still come in and can still and enforce the the law.
In boxing, they call that the franchise champion.
Yeah, so they still see the credibility in him in that regard, and that's how they kind of want to utilize him. I mean, he made the appearance at SummerSlam this past year, as well with the Dolph stuff, and now this. I mean, so You know,
I think for this match, I think we finished with a no contest.
I honestly, up until probably 24 hours ago, I thought the Fiend had this. But what I am reading and seeing and everything is that, like, almost every single SmackDown plan that they were going with, they've thrown out. You know, because it was talk that was going to be Fiend and Roman at Mania.
Yeah.
Like I said, everything's been thrown out. A lot of it has to do with rating pops, you know, from Goldberg. And now that, you know, this coming Friday, Cena's going to be back. It's almost 100% confirmed that he's going to be involved in WrestleMania in some
like
capacity.
Cena Goldberg WrestleMania potentially?
It's possible. It's very possible, or Goldberg, you know, wins it here, and then maybe Cena gets it off of him. Maybe he'll work Chamber too, gets it off of him at Chamber, and then it sets up Cena and Roman. I'm just saying, Cena and Roman at Mania or something like that.
That was a genuine gasp.
I know.
I couldn't help it.
You know, so, you know, I'm gonna say Goldberg. I think, you know, I think it's going to be, you know, the shock factor, and everything. And like I said, they want to make some changes.
How many spears?
I don't know. Do I agree with it? No, I don't agree with it. Like I said, I think if you beat the Fiend or get the title off of him, you need to get the title off of him, not as the Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
You need to outsmart him into competing as Bray and keep that character of the Fiend strong. You know, obviously he can't keep the title forever. You know, this is a different day and age. You know, it's not the Bruno Sammartino era where you could hold the belt for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you've got to get the belt off of him somehow, in some way, at some point. But that character right now is too strong to just
let him take a pin.
Yeah, pin clean. So, but like I said, I think it's going to happen, and I'm going to go. Like I said, I don't agree with it, but that's what I'm thinking.
I think no contest, or maybe Goldberg gets disqualified.
So, no contest is no winner, or you're talking a disqualification, Fiend retain, or the Fiend gets disqualified, Goldberg wins by DQ.
I'm not sure how, but I feel. So
you're saying no title change, but you're not sure exactly how it's going to happen.
Yeah, if screwy
some kind of screwy finish with a retention
yes.
of some type. You know, okay.
That way, both guys can walk away looking stronger than most people on the roster.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. So,
what happened to my boy Braun? Where's Braun?
You know, he just won the IC belt. He's still involved, you know, with Shinsuke and Sammy and all that. I don't know if you watch the YouTube show WWE Does the Bump. Sheamus was on, and he basically said, you know, he's captured everything in the World Wrestling, you know, WWE except for the IC. So, you know, Tag Team Championships, World Championship, WWE Championship, Universal Championship, you know, US Championship, King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. He's like, I gotta complete the cycle. I gotta get that IC. So I think they're gonna set up something with that down the road, maybe. Probably at Mania. I think both of them. My guess is both of them are going to be involved in the Chamber match, and it'll set up some type of a feud. You know what I mean? They'll both get eliminated from that, but it'll set up something for them to then compete down the road in the following month for the IC belt.
Gotcha.
So that's my guess.
I like it.
So that is our predictions for Super Showdown. Next month, as we mentioned here, our final stop before Mania weekend will be the Elimination Chamber. Please give the channel a like, a share, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, JLCanz. And, you know, any suggestions you guys have for the channel, please comment down below. More than happy to hear your suggestions.
This is
make
the best
some changes.
time to make some suggestions too, because we're still building.
Yeah, we're getting off the ground here, so you know.
This is the time for input to have the biggest impact.
Exactly. You know, take a listen to some of the classic Supercard retrospectives. Done 2 of those so far. Hoping to do more. Like I said, I put my list together. Do you realize, Rodney, there have been over 900 Supercard type events, but in quote unquote major promotions.
Mm-hmm. I never thought about how many, but I could believe that easily.
Yeah.
I mean, WWE alone is just...
Yeah, 12 to 14 a year from them.
They're impacting the number significantly, So
Yep.
I believe it.
Yeah, 12 to 14 alone from them, and then you had those years when both they and WCW were going head to head.
ECW, New Japan.
Yep.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. All Elite now.
AAA.
Impact. I mean, it's just the countless numbers of them. So, give those a listen. Like I said, a little dry right now. I'll be honest with you. I mean, discussing early '80s wrestling is a different animal. You know what I mean? The way the matches were worked. But we're about to get into the rocking wrestling era.
The golden era.
The quote unquote golden era. So things should kick up and heat up a little bit once we do that.
I've been loving them so far, man.
So, but yeah, please, like I said, comment down below. Give us your opinions. Love to hear them. So, thanks, and we'll catch you next time.